Jersey's a team that kind of play patient, protects their net, waits for you to make a mistake, and we did that twice and ended up in the back of our net. Just couldn't recover from that.
There's a lot of talk about the team trying to play more desperate, urgent off the start, get the lead. Was that there tonight?
I thought we had a great start. I thought we pushed the pace. And we had a few chances. Ultimately we got to find one, bury one, and then go from there. I think they held in the first period, and then we made a few mistakes in the second, and they capitalized. I mean, it's that's the kind of team they are, and we knew that coming in, and we still forced a couple turnovers and ended up at the back of our net. I mean, that's just what happened.
And that you can practice. That's something that has to come in the games and has to come from within. And for myself, there's a little bit more there. And sometimes desperation is just trying a little smarter. But I think that's certainly a word that we're going to have to utilize tomorrow.
Taylor, what do you see is missing right now? Is it just sort of game to game, bounce to bounce, or is there something significant you think that isn't there?
We're not a team that can, say that the bounces haven't gone our way. It's just, that's not something you can control. What we can control is our desperation and our gamesmanship. The mistakes. There's certain mistakes that can happen at certain times of the game where we can recover from them. But when it's 0-0 and both teams are fighting for momentum, those are mistakes that just can't happen, and they're game changers.
What's happening on the bench? How is the atmosphere on the bench? You're down a couple of goals. Like for people that can't hear what's going on down there, how would you characterize what it's like there?
There's no we're not giving up or we're not quitting, and I think for the most part the try is there. It's just I think our gamesmanship has to be a little bit better, and especially against a team like New Jersey, they've played the same way for like 20 years. They wait for us to make mistakes, and it's exactly what happened. That's the tale of that game.
Can you expand a little bit on gamesmanship?
Yeah, from either coaches or teammates, I think we're going to keep struggling.
What is the right way that you feel you're not getting to right now?
We're just trying to score in the rush every single time. Like sometimes it's 1-on-3s. Like we don't get zone time. We have lanes to the net and we don't shoot it there. Like I don't know. It's pretty frustrating when you're like not front and you see the lane. It's not coming. So it's obviously we have to be a lot better, and I think everyone can look at themselves in the mirror.
Is that message coming from the coaching staff, or is it not being received by the players about dumping it in and stuff like that?
Well, I mean, coaching staff or not, does it matter really? Like it's easy watching the games. It's pretty simple. That's what killed us tonight. We lost because of that, and something need to change for it to stop. I mean, when is it going to be over?
Taylor was talking that maybe you guys need a little bit more gamesmanship at certain points.
What does that mean?
Well,
I'm French.
I'm
not sure.
I guess compete at certain times, being able to find ways in some of these games. Like, I'll ask you though, what do you think is lacking?
Well, from watching the game and being in it, I think I don't know, like it's turnovers. It's 1-on-3s and we turn it over, it's back down, breakaways, or 2-on-1, jumping up in the play for no reason. And they're a team, obviously, that all they needed is one goal, and they've been doing that for years and they've had success. Like, why can't we tighten it up just a little bit and see what happens?
You see big mistakes over and over that are making differences in games.
Yeah, like it's like we're always talking about it, but like something's got to change. Someone's got to come in, and when you do those mistakes, something needs to happen. We're like mistakes that we were doing last year, and we keep talking how much better we are this year. But for me, it's the same record right now than we had last year. It's not better. It's pretty frustrating.
pressure, Pete.
It's a big game.
Yeah, real big. I think we weren't happy with our last game, and we lost 2 in a row, so had to stop that. It's just going to be a big road trip for us, so to get even for the trip so far is important. They're a dangerous team. They've been struggling a little bit too, so we knew we were going to get a good effort from them, especially in the third period there. They pushed hard, so I thought we did a great job of bending but not breaking and battling back.
What does it tell you? You have 2 shutouts in the last 4 games.
Yeah. Shutouts are nice. I mean, it usually means you've won the game, which is important to me. So, I don't really look at them like that sometimes. Some nights you need a shutout. Both of them have come in a 1-0 and a 2-0 game. So, it's not that's more of the mentality I have is to whether it's 5-4 or 1-0, just do what you need to do to get the extra goal.
At the end there, you had a save on, I think it was Draisaitl at the post there.
Yeah.
Just saw him at the last
I didn't really see the spin around shot at first. I kind of just stuck my leg out and it hit my pad, and I knew he was right there, and I just, sometimes you just reach and hope, and nights like tonight where it's going well for you, you get a toe on it. So, again, it was about 30 seconds left, so, again, you don't want to let them get one and get back in the game, but, it's good to make that save.
Can you sense the confidence? Can you sense the confidence change on the PK?
Yeah, I think for sure. I think some of our young D have really settled in. Greeny's kind of a mainstay, but Helgeson and Sevi are getting more comfortable. Lars seems to be a good first option there with Greeny to start the PK, and he really seems to be settling into that role. So it's great. We're working hard. Our forwards are blocking shots. We're trying to put a little more pressure on the other team, and tonight it could have been the difference for him in the power play, and then at 6-on-5 there for 3 minutes felt like a penalty kill.
It's New Jersey goaltender Corey Schneider.
I thought let's shoot it hard as just shoot as hard as I can. So.
What about the second period and all the shots on goal you guys got?
Yeah, it was obviously totally different than the first one. They have really skilled players, especially if you let them be skilled. But when they spend 30 seconds in their own end, they don't really have much energy to go for offense, and I thought that was the difference. We were strong in the puck, winning those one-on-one battles, and that was the difference. And especially compared to the first period.
Corey Schneider said he thought it was probably your best period of the year. Would you agree?
Yeah, I mean, at least one of them. Obviously he made some big saves as well. But it was great, and I don't think they had too many chances in the second period.
For you guys as a team, how much did you need this game to get a win?
To be honest, we really needed to win tonight, but we really need to win tomorrow. That's how it is in this league nowadays. You win 1, you win 2. It's going to win the third one as well. I guess you end up losing a couple in a row, then you dig yourself a hole again, and you just got to win every night and try to win every night.
It seems like you and Jacob really play well together. Do you enjoy playing with him?
Oh yeah, definitely. And then Wrights too. I thought we had some great chemistry tonight. We're on the puck a lot, and it's just so much easier to play in the offensive end, and I think that's where we spend the most of the time, at least today.
The face-off number.
Yeah, we had a good effort tonight across the board. I mean, obviously those are the 2 things that jumped out at you, but I thought we came out. I particularly really liked our second period. I thought we got through the first period, and I thought the second period we started to play like we need to play. We were grinding. We played in their end. We created a lot of chances. We didn't give them much, and that's got to be our game.
After he misses the short-handed chance, that's a big goal for Adam.
Yeah, it's a huge goal for Adam. I mean, it's nice having Adam back in the lineup and Adam looking like Adam. I think his first game back, I thought he was a little tentative. I thought tonight, he was back and jumping, and we've missed him.
What was the biggest change for you guys going into the second period, because it seemed like you were able to have them in?
Yeah, well, I think the first period we took some penalties, and you knew they were going to start fast. I mean, this is an important game for them. They're a desperate team over there, so. We expected a push in the first period. We just felt that, going into the second, that it was our turn to push back a little bit, and I thought we did that.
At 2-0 with Corey playing the way he was, did you guys feel pretty comfortable?
Yeah, I mean, Corey's been great. I don't know about comfortable. I mean, the way our season's gone here, nothing's been easy. So I don't know if I was comfortable, but, he looked like nothing was going to go in tonight, and that's how he played.
When it wasn't going well.
A hockey game has very little to do with your start. It goes back to what we've talked about. Every second of the game is important. And tonight we had a good start, other than our power play was having some trouble entering the zone. And we get through the period feeling real nice about ourselves, feeling good that we've got it. And then we come out in the second, we get hemmed in our zone. We've got to burn a timeout to get some rest. It continues and it puts us on our heels. New Jersey, for years, what are they? They're a team that sits back and they wait and they wait, and it's usually a low-scoring affair, and they wait for you to turn over a puck. And they usually shove it right where the sun doesn't shine. And that's what they did. They waited, and we had a costly turnover that they turned into a goal, and then that's all they need. That's how they play. We were aware of that. It was the game plan to limit the turnovers at critical moments. It was the plan, and for some reason we thought we were going to skate right through them, and that's what happens. So you end up with a good first period and a good third period, and your second period kills you. And that's the problem with our group right now, is that we can't seem to get the full 60. And you need the full 60. You just can't have a good start, or you can't have a good second and a third and a bad start. It's got to be the full 60 minutes. Pouliot broke his foot. I don't know how long he'll be out for, but usually that is sidelined for a while. Obviously that puts our D-man that was out back in.
How would you characterize Justin Schultz's game tonight?
Well, he made a tough pinch on that second one, and that's a long way to go for a defenseman to get the puck, and that's one where we just want him to breathe. I know what the kid's thinking in his head. He's trying to create something. He's trying to get something, and a lot of times, especially for our guys right now, when you're in one of these streaks where you're losing, what happens is a lot of them try to do too much. They try to take it on themselves. I'm going to be a guy that changes this game for us. And I know what he was thinking, but that was one of those ones where less would have been more.
When's the accountability? He's had a lot of tough nights tonight, Justin Schultz, and he leads your team in ice time tonight. When do you take some currency that you have in ice time?
When we see fit.
The season's almost done here for you guys. When do you think you might see fit?
Matty?
Do you have a lineup that's good enough to win this?
We think we have a lineup if we play a full 60 minutes that we can compete every night. The teams that we play, and you look at their lineup, you pre-scout them, you go through things, you get into the games, and it's the critical moments. And we believe that this group should be in the game every night.
Is competing a skill? Defending?
It's a will. Competing's a will.
So do you view your team as a team that night in, night out is putting in the requisite effort, and it's more about the mistakes that are killing you? Do you have any concern about the effort level of your team?
Well, I think on any given night you can point your finger at one or two. I don't question a lot of nights, their effort. I think that's a very damning statement against a player, that a player in this league is going to show up and just not try. I've seen guys have off nights, but I've, in all my years of hockey, I can not remember a guy coming into a dressing room, even when I was a player, and just, I'm not going to try tonight. And that's what effort is to me. Are guys having off nights? Yeah, yes, absolutely. But I'm not going to question our team's effort. I think that's I think it's a cop-out, and it's a easy thing to be way on the outside and not be in the room.
If it's not effort, is it the willingness to go to the dirty places, to stand in front of the goalie when the shots are coming, to win the battle. Is there enough of that, if not?
Yeah, and see, that's the, going back to Matty, like that's the will. And we have guys in our lineup, guys like Matt Hendricks and Boyd Gordon. They have a ton of will. They're going to go there, and it's in their DNA. And we have other guys who we're pushing to go there, and they will go there sometimes, but we need them to go there every time.
Is that, you talked about a couple days ago about getting out of the comfort zone, and the players getting them out of their comfort zone. Is that what we're talking about? How do you push them as a coach to get out of that comfort zone?
You just keep hammering them, and you've got to show them, and it's through video. You can show the goals for and against from the whole league each night, where teams are scoring goals and how they're preventing them. And it doesn't change. On the whether it's on TV, the highlights, yeah, there's some nice goals. There's some guys that can score some nice goals. But when you come in the morning and you pull up every goal that was scored last night, they're mostly dirty. They're mostly very dirty goals. They're rebound goals. There's somebody in the goalie's face. Somebody's getting knocked over. It hits them in the foot, whatever it is. And that's the challenge here is to get everybody's DNA to where we already have a certain level of it. And that's a challenge because the players are wired a certain way.
Dallas, it seems like you have tried to give people the benefit of the doubt, keep giving people opportunities. As a coach, do you have a rope that you get to the end of where you say, okay, it's going to have to start being some tougher love at a certain point, and do you feel like you're approaching that point?
Yes. And, you know, if we want to talk about last year, the rope was very, very short. And when I reflected on it at the end of the season, maybe it was too quick and maybe not right for certain guys in the group. So this year we've taken another approach and tried to let guys play through it, tried to keep guys going, had our meetings, and guys have responded. We've given the guys heads up when, hey, listen, you're on the radar now. You've got to pick it up. You've got to do these things, and usually the guys responded. But when it gets to 2 and 3 nights in a row for an individual player, then you're at the end of the rope.
He didn't play a whole lot. Was it being one of the hurt his back, you think?
No, he didn't. Did not hurt his back. Right.
Thank you.